Hello. I am pretty sure that there was a switch, and this call today is with Liz. So I'm going to tag her. I know Kim is on the schedule, but I think I saw that they switcherooed, which is totally fine. Hope you guys have had a great week. I have finally finished up the directing, which has been great, and I am now getting back into the fun. We're inviting. There she is. Hi.
Oh my God.
How are you?
Side by side.
Side by side. What are you doing, girl?
Oh my. Just doing some scheduling. I'm so glad that Kim switched with me because I have something really big coming up that I need your advice on.
Awesome. I'm so
Of
glad it worked out
course, me
too.
doing. I'll put my carrot away so nobody's super annoyed by that.
I don't think they'll be annoyed. I just finished up some chips and salsa, so there's no judgment here.
Oh, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I record the next summit on Sunday, so people are starting to fly in and be at my house and all that. So I'm up at my parents' now, so we can do our call and I can get a couple things done. So doing good. Just a little sleepy. Did you have a good Halloween?
Yeah, I took my daughter trick-or-treating for the first time. She was a cowgirl riding a unicorn, and everyone thought that was hilarious.
Oh, that's super cute.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Oh, that's so cute. I love it.
Yeah,
So
so,
hit me, girl. Let's chat.
all right. So, as most everybody knows, I think I did the RV renovation week on Facebook,
How'd
and
that
that was
go?
really fun. It went really well. I didn't get to do as much as I wanted because we actually bought a new RV 2 days before the day it started. So everything, like all that
Huh.
last minute, like creating images, stuff that you can just do in downtime.
I'm surprised your
Um,
head
none of
didn't
that had time.
explode. Like, oh my God.
So none of that happened. So it wasn't as big, like boom, boom, boom as I wanted. But nobody knows that. I work for
Right.
myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's just something I can make bigger and better the next time.
Totally.
So I'm doing it again because I'm crazy in three
Good.
weeks.
Yay.
Um, it's going to be a full-time RVers week, and it's going to be all about how to get into full timing or how to be successful at it if you're struggling with it or just started.
Perfect.
So I'm doing it. I'm part of another mastermind with other RVers. There's 4 other RVers, and so we're all doing it together, which takes a load off of me,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah,
is awesome.
for sure.
So there's 4 of us, and then we found 4 other RVers that are going to be in it, and we're doing it to sell a holiday bundle.
Awesome.
Because the idea came from, okay, I know the holidays are coming up. This was back in August, but I cannot create a bunch of products to make a bundle, so I'm just going to ask my friends.
Perfect.
Pretty much what I do with everything. So, so I wanted to talk to you because I know that you did the summit. It went awesome. You're doing it again, like so quickly. So excited.
Because I'm crazy
So I
too,
just,
so I understand you very well.
I'm like, oh, that wasn't perfect. Let me try it again right now. So, mine isn't a summit. I guess it really is, but I'm just doing it as a Facebook event to, um, I don't know. I just live on Facebook. I just love it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the RVing community, we spend a lot of time on Facebook, I guess, because we're alone,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So most of my audience is on Facebook. So we're doing it that way. There's 8 of us. So right now I'm in charge of creating the schedule and writing the posts, um, stuff like that. So I'm creating it right now, and I've got a few
Mm-hmm.
questions. So my number one question is really, what is reasonable to expect from the contributors? We're all, the bundle is getting split evenly, so I feel like I should be able to ask whatever I want to ask
Totally.
because it's being split evenly. It's not like, oh, well, I'm getting, this much in sales and then whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I have, let's see, I have they share because we'll be posting in the event and then on our own pages. So we want it to be like everywhere. If you follow two of these people, you're going to be seeing it everywhere,
Right.
and then we're going to be tagging each other, stuff like that. So it
Mm-hmm.
seems like this really big thing.
Yeah, totally.
Um, so share or make their own post about the event 3 times a week during the promotion and then during the week itself. Do you think
Definitely.
do you think that should be more? There's 8 of us, so I feel like, that's going to be at least probably 8 times a day, if
Yeah.
one of us does it.
So, can you
And
first
then,
walk me through in terms of what the bundle is, what each person is contributing, so I
oh
can
yeah,
kind of see where everybody's at?
right. So what I have is, so it's called like Full-Time Freedom Week, and so each day is going to be, kind of like Spirit Week in high school. Like the first day is transition day, like how to transition into the lifestyle. The
Mm-hmm.
next day is Financing Freedom Day, how to make a living and how to create a budget. The third day is Making Memories Day, where I have people who are photographers and people who are musicians, and basically how to keep the lifestyle fun even though you're not retired yet, so you're still working, how to find that balance.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day it will be Thanksgiving, so we'll all be talking about like why RVing makes us more grateful, what about RVing makes us grateful, stuff like that, tying it in. And then me, I'm not exactly hosting it the way that I did the RV renovation week, but every day I'll be going live because everybody kind of knows me as like the personality of RVing. Like everyone's like, oh, we love your lives. I'm always
Mm-hmm.
going live, stuff like that. So I'll be doing like an 11 a.m., what do I call it? Like lunch tip with Liz, and that will be related to whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, I'll be doing, because my site is called the Virtual Campground, I'll be doing a virtual campfire chat where I'll be doing something like this
Cool.
with one of the experts from the day, and we just kind of recap and then tease for tomorrow.
Love it.
And so it's a lot about finance, transitioning, having fun, and then I'll be bringing it all in together and just showing like how I say the most fun you can have online with Liz Wilcox.
Love it. So
So I'm
that's
make
the week of what you're doing throughout that week, and then are you packaging that as a product, or are you selling something that's a combination of everyone else who is participating?
right. So everyone will be doing an expert video.
Okay.
And so, everyone has their own product. Sorry. Like someone has a wanderlust transition plan that gets you like from working at your job to working from home. Somebody else has an RV entrepreneur book. Somebody has a CD that they made, um, like specifically to listen to at the campground. Another person has a product on how to take awesome Instagram pictures, which is really stupid but so important
Oh, it's really
to get sponsors in our line of work. I
totally.
mean, that's just where sponsors are. And he's a professional photographer. Um, like holiday cooking in the RV, there's something else. There's a couple other things, but that everyone has their own product.
Love it.
So in the videos, in the lunch tips, we'll all be saying like, "Oh, if you like what I have to say, check out my product. It's available with the bundle, blah blah blah." However, we're gonna say it,
Perfect.
without being cheesy.
Yes, I love it. Okay. So the first thing that I would do, are you creating like a custom name? What was the name of the series again, this event?
So the event to sell the bundle, I think I'm going to call it Full-Time Freedom Week or Full-Time to Freedom Week or something like that.
Cool. So the first thing I would do is figure out in terms of promotion, which you're spot on about, figure out the kinds of images you're going to create. Since they're Facebook specific, I would actually create Twitter images because it's going to be
Okay.
wide and that
Yeah.
it'll pop up in people's feeds. And even if you do like in Canva a Facebook post, some of it gets hidden, right? And you have to like make it larger in order to see the whole thing.
It's blurry for some dumb reason.
So that's what I would do is I would do a Twitter a thing, and I would have definitely for each day, like you were saying, it's kind of like Spirit Week. Have there be like
Yeah.
almost like a little logo at the top that says like the freedom, whatever, or whatever you're thinking of calling it, and then the theme for that day. I think that would be
Okay.
fantastic. And then in the body of that post, I would outline do your little tagline for the event. Hey, this is the blah, 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 blah happening this week or next week or whatever you want to say. This is what's going to be happening today. This is the link where you can watch live. These are the experts that are going to be talking. And remember, blah, 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 about the bundle. I'd start including that link right away.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that would be awesome. If you are able to get pictures of these experts, I would create an additional graphic that has like a side-by-side of you that's circular and then them that's circular with that same logo up top in the title of that day, just to establish you as the expert. The beautiful thing is that these images, if you're going to be also doing an email sequence where people are opting in to get the daily news of what's going to be happening, you can use those images in there as well. So it'll really give you a nice like online presence. I know you don't like doing graphics. So if you want to outsource that, do it now. Talk to like Tabitha or whoever put out posts or see, or even go to like Fiverr and just get that outsourced. Just let them know exactly what you want. But I think that that'll be amazing. And definitely stick to that social media strategy that I outlined. Do it in a Google Doc, then give everyone access to it so they can copy the text, send them a zip file with those graphics, let them know, hey, we want to get this out to as many people as possible, so we've included multiple choice graphics, and just post one every day the week that it's live. And then if you wanted to do a couple promo graphics beforehand, because it sounds to me like that they're really excited to be a part of it. At least I would. And when you're advertising to people that are RVing, it's not like our industry that's like, oh my gosh, she posted twice today, right? They're so excited to be a part of this momentum that I think that that's not going to be a problem at all. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's one of the things that, yeah, totally. Because when I did my renovation week, I was posting it and having people sharing, and people are like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like, I had the CEO of some company ask me, and she put like my entire week like into her Google schedule. So she was like, I'm not scheduling any meetings. I'm watching all your lives.
That's awesome.
And this was a company that and this was a company that I turned down to work for. I was like, I can't work for you. But so, I'm just trying to hit those chords with people, get people excited. So
totally.
Okay, awesome. I wanted to ask like how to cross promote this on Instagram. Yeah. Like how to make it just a little bit different to get that audience, because that's not something I'm an expert in.
Right. I think in this case, it'll be very simple. As you make those Twitter images, or whoever you're going to outsource it to, have them also make Instagram images. Then what you can do every day is just do a little Insta story. Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about blah, 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 blah. And so go to the link in my profile to join the challenge, blah, 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 blah. And what I would do specifically in your case is I would ahead of time make a list of like 10 or 20 different RV campgrounds that you really, really like, and or locations that you know are RV heavy, and I would tag those locations so that when people are looking and
Oh,
searching,
that's
that they will see that. And I think that would be amazing. You can make graphics that are Insta story size and upload them as pictures, but I don't want to overwhelm you. So this would just
yeah,
be you saying really quick, like, hey, blah, 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 and then tag those locations.
yeah.
Because I know that when we were RVing to Idaho, like I would tag specific locations or campgrounds, and like those would be the most watched Insta stories ever. So I think that that's a huge untapped resource that you should dive into for it for sure.
Okay. So when you did your summit and in your second one, are you asking your people to promote on Instagram as well? Are you sharing with them images or are they making their own?
For me, I am definitely asking them to share on social media and to their list. Some people are Instagram heavy, some are not. They're Facebook heavy or Twitter heavy. So I'm not super specific and it has to be Instagram. But I do provide the graphics. I find that specifically for summits, for events, that kind of stuff, people are doing so much at once that there's no way they're going to sit down and design a graphic, in my experience. It may be different for you, but
Right.
I also wanted all of my graphics to be very nice and upscale. I didn't want other people doing it. So it's totally up to you. I totally understand that you hate doing graphics. So I would definitely recommend outsourcing it to someone, asking them to create 10 graphics, 5 for Twitter, 5 for Instagram for like, 20, $30. It's not going to take them longer than an hour. So I think that would make your life easier, in my opinion.
Awesome. And then I know that this is like funnels month, but I seriously have had zero internet for days. I went and bought myself a hotspot.
Yay,
Like,
hotspots.
let me just say, this is the first time I've paid for internet in almost 2 years. Like, I am so cheap. I've been building this business like off free campground ghetto
Which is
Wi-Fi.
the worst
So
Wi-Fi in the world. My goodness.
imagine what I'm gonna do with this bad boy and 4G
Woo!
LTE.
Oh my gosh, that's great. That's awesome. And don't worry about funnel month. It's just, I like to make it live for you guys when the trainings come out so that it's exciting. But the membership site exists so that you can always go back and access it for the point of business that you're at. So like for you, you can go back and look at the social media part because that's really applicable to you right now. But I don't think you need to necessarily worry about funnels. Just make sure that the people who buy this bundle, that you have a specific place that you're hosting that you're not having to send out manually to everyone and all that stuff, because that would be a nightmare.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I actually put someone else in charge of that. I was
Okay.
like, who wants to be in charge of landing pages? Not
Yay!
me.
Good.
But so when I do the sales funnel, because I'm gonna, everyone's going to be emailing their subscribers.
Yes.
So the week it starts the 20th, and that's when we're really going to be hitting the bundle hard every day, every video. And the 13th, the Monday before, is going to be when we start promoting the week.
Good.
So I'm wondering when I wanted us to start emailing our subscribers like today. Like I emailed them today. And so what should I advise people, like what kind of sequence? I'm familiar with Jeff Walker's launch, if you know that, basically every the launch, the oh my gosh, you got up right now, or I'm taking it away.
Yeah.
So that's what I kind of do. I guess what would you suggest I say to someone that thinks that's too aggressive, or how could I suggest something a little milder to someone who doesn't normally market their list?
Cool.
For whatever
So
crazy reason.
what I would recommend is for them to start, until you want them heavily emailing the list, like all out, like this is a flat out sales pitch email. Before that, I'd say something like, I'd love for you to present this to your list 2 times before we all out do these emails. And to not, you know, annoy anybody, I'd love for you to do it in the PS at the end of your newsletter or whatever you regularly
Ooh,
send your
that's
list. I'd love for you to include this image and have it be one of the Twitter images. And then here's the text that you can put below, and here's a few variations. P.S. I'm so excited for the blah, blah, blah coming up because it's going to include blah, 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 blah. And we're going to be talking about blah, 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 blah. So
right.
that's what I do in 2 or 3 variations so that they know that they can start putting that in their PS. They're not going to be annoying people, but it is going to visually intrigue them because of that beautiful graphic. That makes
Awesome. That's a really good idea.
good.
I would not have thought of that. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for, girl. I'm here to make it easy.
Hello. Um, there was one more thing. My friend wanted to know, she said, what are your best practices for landing pages?
Ooh, that's a good one.
They
Okay.
like for you.
I really like to do a photo background for a landing page with then like a colored box over it. That way I can really show my branding in the background, but nothing distracts the text, so it's easy to read. I really like doing a video instead of a photo because I find that someone gets to right off the bat be like, hey, I think she's amazing, or oh, she bugs the crap out of me, and they'll just exit. I want them to know right off the bat. Just how I am. And I love doing, I think it's great to list like, here's the title of what it is. Here's the little breakdown about like, so for example, I'm trying to think of, if I'm saying something like the Comfy on Camera Challenge, it'll be like 5 days of live streaming so you can get comfy or something. So it's a little bit of a longer description. And then it has like a, so that you can, or what you'll walk away with. And I like listing 3 to 5 bullet points so that they know if they're trusting me with their email address, this is exactly what they're going to be getting out of it. And then I'll put like a little asterisk and say, this will be delivered directly to your inbox over 5 days or as an immediate download or whatever. And then for them to opt in. Is that like too much verbal diarrhea, or does that make sense?
No, that makes sense. I mean, I've seen your landing pages, so maybe that's why it makes sense.
Yeah, probably. You're like, duh.
No, that's smart. I just always get so tripped up on like, oh no, oh no. So I just said, can you please do that because I get too annoyed.
Absolutely. And you're doing it the smart way. You're playing to your strengths, which is definitely you having your personality out there. So like your business model is going to be more or less more modeled by, like, if I'm thinking about people I know, it would be more like Angie Lee. I don't know if you know who she is. She has a great live streaming personality. She can convert people into paying customers like that, but she doesn't deal with hardly any of the technical back end because it's not her superstar stuff, right? Whereas me, I'm much more back end. And even though I do still do some live streaming, like I'm more comfortable making sure all the systems are in place. So you have to play to your personality. You're really smart to do that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping this bundle will like make me some money so I can actually start hiring out and then building, so this is, I'm hoping is like the catalyst because I'm like, okay, I know I've been doing this almost a year. I know exactly what I'm really good at and I know exactly what annoys me and like just completely drains my energy so I can't do anything else. Now I'm ready to make some money so I can split those things and like actually have like a business. So thanks.
Exactly. Absolutely.
So the videos, I've had a couple arguments with, not arguments, but just healthy debates, I guess. Not with any of the contributors yet, but with mostly like talking to sponsors and stuff about what to do on Facebook. A lot of marketers think like, oh, you have to have something really super short, like to just grab their attention because they're just going to keep scrolling. And in my experience, that doesn't necessarily have to be true. So I'm wondering how long should each, because I'm going to be doing expert videos, like one at 6 and then one at 8 or whatever, however many contributors doing that day.
Right.
So I'm wondering how long you would suggest a video be.
Cool.
that they're also trying to sell, their product in the bundle?
I would say between 20 and 30 minutes. And if marketers start yapping to you, say, well, I was thinking of doing this because then I can always restructure that video and make it an ad so that this will convert higher. So, and they can go shove it. So, um,
I think just a lot of people don't spend enough time on Facebook to know
right, right. Well,
that people
and you
are
also have to look at, you have a very different audience. You just voiced their biggest pain point in your first 2 minutes of this conversation, which is that they feel alone. You're trying to give them this
right.
bundle to alleviate that problem. And the people that are RVers, yeah, they're scrolling through Facebook all day, but they're not seeing ads that are customized to them all day, if ever, unless it's like buy a trailer. So I think that you have to, right? You have to really think about, how am I going to really leverage this? Is this going to be a one-time bundle? Is this going to be an evergreen product? Like, am I going to use these interviews and maybe email these as audios to my list at a later time? Or am I going to put them on a YouTube channel since I want to start this entertainment network? Really think about how you can utilize your personality and these opportunities that you have with these guest experts in the future to keep establishing yourself and your brand as a thought leader in your specific industry. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I know that's exactly what I just keep trying to do because I'm like, I can't do it all, but I'm just gonna work with all these other people so everyone keeps seeing my
Yeah,
face.
oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think, you need to be able to leverage this week into more visibility, however you choose to do that. If that's making this evergreen, if that's putting these on your YouTube channel, however that's going to be, just so that you can keep pointing people back to this, because you can like bring someone into an educational free email sequence in the future where they can see some of these interviews, right? So I mean, however it's going to feel best for you to keep leveraging yourself and kind of helping to maximize your time invested so you're not having to keep doing this over and over again. You know what I mean?
Right. hmm let me see. All right, so let's talk big money, baby.
Let's tag many.
So so it's 8 products. We're thinking bundles usually sell for $97, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's usually a price. So we're going to be doing it Black Friday through Cyber Monday, like a sale. So like there's always going to be some kind of sale going on for a week. And then after Cyber Monday, it's just going to be the $97. So during the week and then during, all that crazy after Thanksgiving stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering, should it just be 50% off? Should we just do simple or, I know you price a lot of things at $67 and I've bought those.
Mm-hmm.
So is that really a good price? Or, I mean, I don't know how bundles, I don't know if I've never bought a bundle. I'm not a bundle person. I would never buy a bundle. It
Mm-hmm.
seems ridiculous. That's too much stuff. I like things
Yeah.
just like I just want one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway. So, do you think 50% is a good idea or
I
just
think
what?
talk to whoever's doing the payment structure, because figure out if you can do a specific specified price or if it has to be a coupon. Because you could do it at, like, if it could be any price, then you could start it at either 47 or 67, 57, whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to even be 7. If they can only do 50%, then you'll want to kind of play with it and see what the full price is going to be, so that it's not like at 50% off, oh, it's going to be like $47.33 or something like that. So I would just chat with them and see how you can get that to be a nice, pretty whole number. And then I would ask the different people that are participating in the bundle, their list, what are they comfortable spending? What is their income level? Are they brand new RVers? Have they just, bought an RV to get out of their house and their mortgage payments, and figure out kind of what you think for an additional holiday spend maybe they'd be interested in. I almost kind of think that during the Black Friday week, maybe I'd do 47 if people are comfortable with that. But I also know that you guys want to make income. So I think it could be from 47 to 67 during Black Friday. And then I think
Okay.
97 is great. That would be my opinion.
Okay, cool. Thank you. That's a really good point about asking them, who are your
Hmm.
subscribers, you know,
Yeah.
especially if we're targeting people who usually aren't RVing yet or are pretty new.
Hmm.
So those people usually have a little more money
Good.
than
Good.
people who have been RVing
Yeah.
5 years or just, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Because they still have full-time jobs.
Yeah. So
Does that
yeah,
sound
you might be able to
terrible?
go higher without one single problem. Absolutely.
Um, um, all right. So I did have one more question, and this
Yeah.
is something I've been struggling with my book and just with my business. So I really love when I buy something and, like a week later or whatever, something pops up. Hey, you bought that. Thanks so much. Here's something else for free. Like I totally buy into it. I'm like, oh, wow, they remember, they tagged me or whatever.
Yeah.
Now that I know the systems, but still, like it
Yeah.
makes me feel good.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like price point wise, how much more should we deliver after X amount of time so that people remember it and without getting annoyed that we're still emailing them or whatever.
After they've purchased the bundle or they haven't purchased it yet.
They have purchased, like, hey, we're so grateful you bought this. Hope you're enjoying it. Here's just something a little extra to say thank you during this holiday season or whatever.
Cool. You are really good at attracting companies. I'd figure out what's a I'm trying to think if it would what my well I guess what's going on in my head is having like an exclusive coupon to a specific company would be cool. Having like a little Christmas card would be really cool. Having a specific video that you record that only they get to see that's private would be cool. Um, Anything like that, I think. If one of the people that's involved in this bundle thing have a little something extra, if you have a mini PDF or a behind the scenes video of you creating something RV style, I think you can do so much. But I think, like you said, it's that intention of thanks so much for doing this, and here's a little something, something. That's really cool.
Okay, awesome. Um, oh, do you know anything about Facebook ads, girl?
I know a little bit about Facebook ads. I did run them for the last summit. Some of the key takeaways
Yeah.
that I learned was I spent like maybe $10. I created the exact same ad 3 times. So I created it and I copied it. I then for each ad tested a specific target interest. So, for example, number 1, Marie Forleo, number 2, Amy Porterfield, number 3, Russell Brunson. I wanted to see which one resonated with what I was creating the most. And then I ran it for, I think it was a week. It might have been
Mm-hmm.
less, it might have been 2 or 3 days. But I was able to see it was very neck and neck. And then in the last like couple of hours, like Marie Forleo's was much higher. So then I knew while I was promoting the summit to put all of that money into advertising for the Marie Forleo audience. That's the biggest mistake I made in the past is that I targeted like a crap ton of interests. And so that's the main thing I think is to figure out in your industry who either the biggest people are or the biggest companies and just test something a couple different ways and see which one converts the highest. Does that
So
make
you
sense?
spend $10 on each ad or
Yeah.
$10 total?
It's up to you.
Okay.
You're going to get a little bit of a wider audience to see a better result if you can do $10 for each one. So then you can
Okay.
go, okay, this is the right one. And then if you want to throw, $7,500 at that one, that's what I would do probably.
Yeah, I think that's what I wanted to do it with my renovation week, and then like I forget. I think my sponsor hadn't paid me yet, and my husband was like, "Not another dime, sister."
I hear you.
All right, you win this round.
Yes. Yeah.
But I think the awesome thing about doing the bundle and us all being equal is I can say, like, hey, give me $10, give me $10 so we can actually run a good ad, you know?
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. Give it a shot. I'm sure that they don't know much at all about it, so they'd be happy to have you do it.
Yeah.
Make sure that as you're doing this, that you're outlining your projects in, I don't know if you use Asana, that's what I use, but break everything down, look at the calendar, figure out what the due dates for each piece are, put them in, list them
Yeah.
out, mark the due date so it'll alert you and let you know when are, like for me, when are speakers supposed to send deadlines? When are they supposed to send tutorial videos? Have they sent all the contracts over? Just so that you're not spending your day like I have before, like there's so many things to do. There's so much on my mind. I have to try to remember everything, and you can't be creative at all, and things start falling through the cracks because of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out deadlines right now just for each little thing and
yeah,
making them like with wiggle room in case somebody doesn't meet it.
yeah.
You know, that was my biggest fear doing my renovation week. I was like, what if somebody falls through?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the morning of the deadline, I was like, I'm still waiting. Everyone was super, I only had one person turn it on like turn it in on the day. Everyone else was like a week before.
Mm-hmm.
But this time I don't have as much time, so I'm getting nervous already. But yes, I will outline all of that.
Yeah, and over communicate in the fact it's better to communicate less often but in more detail. So, like when all my speakers come on, they get the big email outlining things and sending the contracts, then a couple reminder emails for those that haven't sent the contracts in. Then, like 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago, hey, just a reminder the summit taping is coming up in 2 weeks. Here's where it's being held. Here's the different places you can stay if you haven't booked your hotel yet, blah, 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 blah. And then yesterday, I sent out the master. Here's the final everything that had the location, had everything listed out. So it's just a good idea to start making that outline of those dates, those times you need everyone, and send those out, as soon as you can, and then like a week before, and then like the day before, just because our inboxes get so flooded. That'll be a good way for them to be like, okay, this is exactly what's expected of me, and this is totally clear and it's on my calendar.
Awesome. I'm so excited for
I'm
you.
excited for you, honey. This is so great and such a great idea and so needed in your industry. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm noticing people are starting to kind of catch on, but I'm not even worried because I don't know why because I don't even know those people that are doing it. I'm like,
No.
you're boring.
Mm-hmm.
Have Michelle do this. She's taught me everything I need to know about being fun online and catching people's attention.
Well,
So,
and you're going to see people, you're going to see copycats, you're going to see all that all the time. You just have to
yeah,
keep focused and keep going because only you were given your specific mission. So usually the copycats are sent to try to distract you from that mission, doubt yourself, get you to give up. And I dealt with that a lot my first year, and I finally was like, this sucks. I'm not going to do this anymore. It's such a waste of time.
yeah.
Right.
Awesome. Well, I think
Yes.
that's it.
Okay. Do you feel like you
It.
got your stuff answered? You're feeling a little bit more organizing your thoughts?
Yes, thank you.
Good.
I feel like all those little loose ends are going to come together now, and I have my schedule like right behind me on my computer,
Good.
and so people, I'm glad you said that about the detail though, because I'm like, I just made a calendar and it's super detailed, and I was like, oh, I need to add this to it, and I said, oh, I don't know, should I just give them the bare bones? But no, I'm just going to send out this whole big thing, and I think people will be appreciative that they know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, that's always a great idea for sure. Well, please let us know how it goes. I literally cannot wait to hear everything about it. This is going to be awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, Michelle.
Of
Have a good
course, hon.
day.
Have a good night. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, bye.